1991 Upper Deck. Excited to try to find some Michael Jordan baseball, not basketball, but baseball cards today. So kind of moving through the Upper Deck boxes that I've got and hoping to find a little bit of luck here today on this one. Had a exciting bit of mail pop through today. I thought I was going to be even more luckier than I actually was, but had sent Bobby Witt and Bobby Witt Jr. some cards to sign, and I got lucky with Dad. Bobby Witt signed a 1987 Topps that I had, which is cool. Some interesting history there for me, at least, in that I faintly remember Dad almost throwing a no-hitter against the Milwaukee Brewers. I think it went into like 7th inning, something like that. But missed out on Bobby Witt Jr. My guess is that he had already sort of reported to big league camp at that point. So be it. Don't win them all, but was a little excited right before I walked into doing the stream today. We'll see what happens. Maybe I'll get lucky yet as far as Witt Jr. goes. I'm really hoping to get his autograph. I've been unlucky to date, at least, with pulling an autograph of his out of Bowman, but nice Tony Gwynn. Glare, there we go. Anyway, yeah, 91 Upper Deck, still something that presents a lot of great photographs, sort of staying true to their design up to this point. Nothing, I think, too exciting in this set, but that Jordan is the one to probably chase. And you know what's funny? I think prior to the documentary on ESPN this year, you could get that card for a couple bucks. Now it's a little bit crazy as far as that goes, but that's okay. I've got at least one somewhere in the collection. I think I purchased it, so it'd be fun to actually pull it. Andy Vance, like Jack Morris. Lance McCullers, not Lance McCullers Jr. Jerry Pendleton. Forgot that these had the, I'll call it full frame stickers, if you will, in that same size as the cards. I miss the Expos. Glad that they survive as the Nationals, but that logo was sick and loved having the team north of the border. Now we're, you know, still lucky enough to have the Blue Jays, but would love to find a way to bring a little bit of baseball back that way. And see, just like some great shots like this, you're not gonna find all that many unless it's a short print nowadays with Topps that way. Kirk. Elyard. Barry Carter. Tartable. Parker. Again, not really all that excited about sleeving these. Something I could probably do a little bit later after I break through these. Maybe find some multiple exposures in this one, and I, again, don't really recall what was in this set. So it's going to be a surprise for both of us. Do you hit any Aaron. That is the autograph chase in 91. As a Brewers and former Milwaukee Braves fan, that'd be really good. Great shot of Horscheiser there. Really like that one. Brett Butler. Expos. Called. It's an exposure. Lasarski. Don't know him. Kind of fun one in the dugout. Oh man, I forgot about Maldonado. Yeah, these are just some fun photos in this. George Brett. Gary Gaetti. Curious how everyone's weekend's going. Anything exciting happening out there? Any cool breaks? Any cool hits? Greg Vaughn, Brewers. Sid Mesa. I think Aaron Baseball Heroes. Joe Giardi. Daryl Hamilton. That's a good one. See if we can send that out. Not much going on in the world of cards for me. Debating Series 2 a little bit more, but ultimately decided that what I'm chasing there is probably just the short prints, or at least Robert, and if I'm going to do that, probably do a break online or just purchase the short prints that I'm looking for. I was going to say Bagwell, right? It's Gonzalez, Bagwell. I was hoping to find some additional Bowmen at the Target. No such luck. I don't know why I keep hoping I'm going to run into any blasters or packs there. Just tell myself that is not going to happen. EJ Suroff when he was still a catcher. How cool would it be to pull a Hank Aaron out of this? Last of this first stack. These old school foil packs, love them. Don't really get that nowadays. Think about the Topps T206 that I busted the other day. That would have been a great one to sort of see some different packaging, but also realize that it's likely not going to be the case from an online product. Kurt Schilling with the Orioles. Gonna be a Bo Jackson back there. Post-surgery comeback with the Chicago White Sox. Biggio. It's a nice action shot on the back. Great framing. Photographer myself, I appreciate those little things. Yeah, sort of the iconic smile there in the Sox uniform. Definitely remember that card from the 90s. Going to be some Dion in the back too. Okay. Calderon. Billy Spires. Jeff Bagwell. Castillo. Dion undoubtedly stealing. Look at those numbers, 234, 158. Yuck, as far as actual stats go. Dion wasn't the greatest baseball player. Great football player, but as far as baseball goes, he wanted to be that Bo Jackson athlete, and it didn't really happen for him. Don't get me wrong, talented, very talented player. Had the speed. I think he had the IQ as well, fortunately. Just didn't really have the rest of what was needed there in baseball, but certainly had a phenomenal career. Atlanta. See if we find a Griffey. I think I realized with the 90 upper deck that I broke the other day, it was High Series probably that had any Griffey cards. I think it was 702 in that set, so might have to go find a box of that. Lenny Dykstra. Colorado. Jerome Walton. Franklin Stubbs. Ozzie Smith, that's great. That's what I mean. Wonderful. Wonderful photography. Understanding the medium here as well, like just really, really good stuff there. It's a great one of Sheffield. Again, broke my heart as far as the Brewers fan goes, but you know, these are the sort of iconic shots that you'll see spring training or somewhere else where they get these. It's so overdone nowadays. It's everywhere, but far and few between in these sets back then. Ricky being Ricky. I think I decided if I send anything out to Ricky, private signing or something along those lines, might be a Project 2020 card. Some really nice ones out there so far with him. Otherwise, it's got to be something action-wise or that big smile. Definitely A's uniform. You gotta have that. Andre Dawson, when you talk about autographs, phenomenal. Takes the time to sign his name, not some scribble. I think I was shopping a little bit last night for couple of basketball players just looking at Court Kings, and you see just how bad some of the autos are. I think it was Cam Reddish. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. I get it. You know, probably after signing your name a couple hundred times or 1,000 times, you're done with it. But tell me there's not even an initial signature that looks halfway decent. I'll spend my time quite a bit if I'm investing. Wander Franco is a good example of this. If you look at his early autographs in 2019 Bowman, you can see a distinct difference before his hand and maybe his mind got tired of signing in his name. And some of those early Mojo cards and some of the chromes. I'm not saying I'm in love with this SIG, but you look at it and it's a nice one of Alomar. It's a little cleaner. There's some distinction with the flare at the end of his signature, and then you start to see it get really, really sloppy. So the numbers on some of his chrome cards are just absolutely ridiculous again for a minor leaguer. I'm excited by the talent. I'm excited by the prospect of him being amazing, but not going to overpay either. Just can't do it. I've got lucky pulling an auto out of Sterling last summer. Pulled it out of 2020 Bowman packs from Target. But last year's continuity set sort of really, really great look to it for Bowman. So I purchased one of those of Franco and sold a few things in order to make that happen, but at least it sort of retained. It's a great one. Sox vintage jersey with Ventura. Retained a little bit of the flair in his autograph, and it was clean, and that's what I'm looking for. I don't want somebody's sloppy ass signature. Maybe I'm elitist when it comes to that, and I shouldn't be thinking that way. But that's where my head's been at. Wanted to see if it was easily and readily available here. Think I might have it in arm's distance. Maybe not as well. There it is. So, out of 99, I like the look of the card. I think it's kind of a fun one. It's in the bag, the cardboard there, but a little bit of that flair that you saw. Dig it. I also put the date and whatever price I pay for a lot of my cards on the back. Find it a little easier than trying to keep a spreadsheet of everything, and at least for me, want to know what the investment is. I can always think about what that divestment might look like at some point too. Second half of the box here. Let's see if we find something exciting. At the very least, I've got some really fun cards here that keep in the personal collection. This is a good one. Edgar Diaz. Do not recall him at all on the Brewers, but that's a great shot. Oh my gosh, baby Tim McIntosh. Bazio. Connie Smith. All Pirates, Dodgers, and Expos, I feel. Sapo. Yeah, I think that's all I've seen. Pirates, Expos, and Dodgers as far as the stickers go. maybe one exception in there. I think with COVID, it's going to be tough to send any autographs to the stadiums. I think a few have already sort of indicated that they're not going to accept fan mail and stuff like that. There's another Dodgers. So probably going to hold on autographs as far as current players go, but maybe some of these for some alumni. Getty. Jamie Moyer, the eternal Jamie Moyer. I really need to look up his stats and how long he pitched for. Those last years he had in, what was it, Seattle? He was still crafty veteran. Just started reading 60 feet 6 inches, which is really, honestly, it's a conversation between the great Reggie Jackson and the great Bob Gibson, and only about a chapter or two in, but talking about their approach at the plate, their approach to a game, and it's phenomenal to see, what's Bob Gibson, a 7-time champion. Reggie Jackson certainly has the resume as well, and just who's going to own the at-bat. Both of them, clearly Giants is the other one I've been hitting. Just want to own the bat from the first pitch. And phenomenal read if you're thinking at all about picking up a baseball book. Might be a good read. The just opening of the book, you have Reggie Jackson sort of asserting that dominance from the start. First paragraph, his approach at the plate, knowing that he had you from the moment he walks into that batter's box with his approach. And that the game of baseball isn't just about your physicality, but your strategy and the psychology that happens between players, certainly at the plate and the mound. And it's kind of a fun read from that perspective. I've talked to a few people, at least as far as autographs in the mail go, and people, how many do you send? And I think initially, maybe I was being greedy. I was sending 2 or 3 cards, and I say greedy because I didn't put in the letter that I had written to some of the players that, hey, all I'm expecting is one back. The extras, as far as I'm concerned, keep them, and sort of try to adjust my writing as I've sent these out and say, if I've got extras, they're for you. Maybe you haven't gotten a card for yourself. I'm sure they have, but if you haven't, keep them. If not, give them to the kids around the stadium, which of course is going to be a little more difficult this year. Marquise Grissom, huge rookie coming in out of that 90s set, and then not much else after that, but that's a good shot. It's back a little youth. Memories from my youth. So sometimes I'll send 1 or 2 if I'm not really interested in having them keep the card if I've got extras, but not looking for them to sign it. And I try to make that clear, especially, the easiest way to do that is just sending 1. Expos. So not 1 Griffey, no Yount, no Molitor. Tim Raines, Jamie Navarro. Most importantly, no Jordan. See if we can get lucky. Greg Brock. At first, I thought that might have been a Yount. Last stack. Good luck to me. Please. Don't beg. Dennis. Never works. Talking to myself. Cena rookie. That is one of the prospects I forgot about. Yeah. Mike Mussina. Nice little surprise there, as I completely forgot about that. At black. Eddie Murray. Jeez, look at that smile. Happy. I like because he just had a donut. That's what I'm thinking in my mind. He's pointing to the place he got the donut from. I always wonder with old boxes like this. You know, is there a phenomenal autograph hanging out there that nobody had hit yet? Hank Aaron or a Ted Williams or something like that from these 20-year-old boxes. 30 years. I think those are the only two prospect cards. That last one with Fordyce and then Cena. Doug Jones. Bob Deere, former Brewer. Doug Jones would become a Brewer. Moises Alou. Kids nowadays don't understand how great Moises Alou was hitting, that he did it without batting gloves. Now, that comes at the expense of, whether it's rumor or truth, the disgusting habit of peeing on your hands to toughen them up. Another prospect. Now, I've heard that story for years. Well, Weiss. Maybe it's all BS and it's not true at all, but that was the rumor. Pee on your hands, toughen them up so you can grip the bat without needing batting gloves, stick them, etc. David Justice. Second year, right? Third year. And so I'm guessing all of the prospects are in this fourth stack. Jesse Orosco, talk about somebody that was around forever as well. That's a great shot. Bryce Clayton. Lee McGee. I really do want to get that Hank Aaron autograph, and I look at his signature now, certainly with his advanced age, and it's not as pretty as it used to be, and I struggle. Do I get an autograph through a signing? I think he's got one coming up. Or Lee Cordero. Do I buy something that's already on a ball or on a card? And I don't know, there's something in me that says that I want me to get it versus buying something that's already out there. But another Dion. I think I want the old school cleaner signature. I don't think I'm going to get that. Not anymore. Maybe that's okay though. Just for the personal collection, who cares, right? I shouldn't be Kiki Jones. Shouldn't be that greedy. Another bow. Last two. Cecil Fielder. Sculptors. Here we go. Last pack. Daryl Strawberry. Ups and downs of his life and career. Ooh. The promise of that team. So many different ways to look at that. Between him and Doc Gooden, etc. So there you go. No Michael. No Hank autograph. Couple bows. Mike Mussina. I won't complain. All right. Thank you for watching.